Hi, my name is Mahabir. I'm a master's student in the POP-PA lab at UBC Vancouver, and today I'd like to share with you findings from the evaluation of MindFit, a community-based exercise and mental wellness intervention for adolescents. But first, I'd like to thank my supervisory committee, Drs. Erica Lau, Peter Crocker, and Guy Faulkner for their support on this project. The prevalence of poor mental health among adolescents is increasing worldwide. Anxiety and depression are among the most common disorders afflicting youth and forecast a broad range of psychosocial difficulties and lifetime of illness. Community-based physical activity interventions have demonstrated potential as a low-cost, accessible alternative treatment to improve well-being. But how do we effectively deliver these interventions at scale? MindFit is an example of a community-based intervention which combines psychosocial and physical activity education in a group setting for teens experiencing mild to moderate symptoms of depression and/or anxiety. Each weekly session is facilitated by a youth mental health clinician and exercise professional to help teens incorporate physical activity into their mental wellness plan. MindFit is offered at YMCA locations throughout British Columbia and local partnership organizations. The purpose of this study is to evaluate MindFit and examine program implementation and effectiveness through the measurement of the following primary outcomes. First, depression and anxiety symptom severity. Second, motivation to engage in physical activity. And finally, leisure time physical activity. Self-report surveys were administered during the first and last sessions and at 3 months follow-up. Telephone calls were completed with all program coordinators, instructors, and teens post-program to assess factors of implementation, collect qualitative feedback such as barriers and facilitators related to sustainability, and examine perceptions of elements contributing to program success. At Greater Vancouver sites only, physical activity was objectively measured using ActivePal monitors to capture sitting, standing, and stepping behavior. Results from 109 participants over 9 sites indicate a modest improvement in depression and anxiety symptom severity by the end of the program. These changes in mental health outcomes appear to be maintained or further improved at 3-month follow-up. Motivation to engage in physical activity remained unchanged. Leisure time physical activity results suggest that participants are active overall, however, there were no significant improvements during the measurement period. This finding was supported by ActivePal data of 7 participants seen in the bar graph, which demonstrated no improvement in number of steps per day on average from the first to last week of MindFit. From interviews with program staff, coordinators reported high implementation readiness and favorable characteristics across most sites. However, available space and staff training were identified as areas for improvement. Most instructors believe the program was effective in improving the mental and physical well-being of teens and identified the program adaptability as a critical element of successful implementation. Teens found MindFit to be enjoyable and helpful in understanding the relationship between their physical and mental health, and identified aspects of the curriculum as areas for improvement in the future. Moderate participant attrition was reported across most sites and perceived as demotivating by teens who remained in the program. Overall, MindFit has demonstrated potential as a scalable community intervention to improve depression and anxiety symptom severity in adolescents, despite little evidence of change in physical activity behavior. These improvements could be attributed to the psychoeducational and social benefits of participation. Program and curriculum adaptability were identified as key elements of successful implementation and scaling. Based on the results from the evaluation, program adaptations, such as changes to the mental wellness curriculum, were made to improve targeted outcomes prior to the second year of evaluation. Additionally, the physical activity measure was substituted due to concerns of data quality and poor completion rates by teens. Future directions include the completion of the second year of evaluation and examination of potential effects of adaptations. Finally, results and findings will be shared with the YMCA to inform decisions regarding program funding and renewal. Thank you for listening to my presentation.